I remember in the past, I used to view girls as better than me. So I'd let them literally do whatever they want towards me. I would act in a simpy way. And this happened to one of my mates recently. He was acting in a simpy way and it didn't go the way he wanted. And I was going to tell him, but he was already too far in. So I didn't tell him at that point. I told him after, mate, you got to learn from this. And it happened the exact same way that I thought it would. I thought she'd lose interest in it as well. And it done that after one date. And it's one of these things that when you let a girl step over you, she's not going to respect you, which is what you kind of need in a real sense. I'm not saying be like abusive or be like fucking horrible and all that, but what I am saying is you do want the girl to respect you a little bit. And when you don't respect your time and you just give to her and she does wrong or she don't reply or she does whatever and you give in and you feed it and you feed it, she is automatically going to feel like, actually I can get away with this, actually I'm not that interested, and he's just playing with it. And you are going to view yourself in a lesser light as well. And let's take it away from women 1 second. If you let yourself get played in a situation like this, how many other situations are you going to let yourself get played in, if that makes sense? And more so over, how are you going to view yourself? In a sense, you're going to view yourself not as high self-worth if you let yourself get played with. And I've had so many things with girls where I'll be like, oh, I don't agree with that, so I just leave it. I leave it. And I knew them girls weren't right after doing certain acts, so I just leave it and I just continue with myself. And then you find another girl and there's a different girl. It's like one of these things where you need to have that in your mind, that you can just leave, you can abort the mission, you know what I mean? You need that in your mind, otherwise you're going to be played around and you're going to be walked over. And that's one thing that they don't want you to do, essentially. They don't want you to leave. But when you do that and when you get away, they have to have a reaction towards it because they can't handle it, you know what I mean? And I've had it time and time again before where I've walked away from girls. I'll see them out and they react differently. I see them in a certain place, they react so weird around me because the connection that they had with me, and also that's never happened to them. More so over, it's probably that actually, to be fair. Maybe not even the connection, they may have had a better connection with other guys, but they have never had it where someone has just walked away or left them to it or almost just not dealt with the bullshit. Because a lot of times if they're too pretty, they are able to get away with that and people simp for it. And you don't want to be simping, man. You don't want to be simping because there's guys who they don't simp for. And I always said to my mate, he was like, I want to be a bit more friendly and I'm not going to push it too much because I want a relationship with her and all that. He didn't know her that long. I was almost told him, I was like, mate, you've got to try like properly, at least like in regards to if sex is on the cards, have it on the cards. And from what I heard, it didn't go the way he necessarily wanted to, you know. The connection wasn't truly there in the way he thought it was good, but I could tell by the way he's describing it, it was unconfident and uncertain. So therefore, when you act too nice and too friendly, you just get stepped over. And that's what happened. You get stepped over, and they didn't care. They didn't care because they'd find another guy. And I almost said to him, which I wish I said, do you not think other guys are fucking on the first date? Which I almost said, which I didn't. But do you not think other guys are fucking on the first date? Because there is guys who do that, especially when they meet them off Tinder, you know what I mean? And that's what you got to think sometimes. You can't be too nice sometimes, because that isn't necessarily what they want. If anything, they want you to lead. They want that masculine lead. When I lead things, the relationship's way better than when if I just sit back and go, oh yeah, oh we can go here if you want. Oh yeah, we can do this if you want. If you're really okay, like we go to Asda today and pick up a sandwich, can you do that with me please? If I speak like that. But instead if I say, actually, let's go Asda, meet me here, let's go. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be taking them to Asda or anything, but this is just a different context, you know what I mean? They will view it in a better light in comparison to almost having that uncertainty in their head and thinking you're too nice. There'll be guys who will say, oh yeah, let's do this now, and they'll do it. And I've had that in the past. Yeah, let's do this, no confusion, no bullshit. But with the nicer guys, they'll just play it because they know they can get shit out of you, and they know they can literally get money out of you, dates out of you, whatever. They could easily do that. And when you have a stronger frame where you're like, actually no, it's not what I want, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna abort the mission. Remember that, if it's going wrong, abort the mission, you'll be all right, you know what I mean? And then you just find another girl that fits you better, you know? It's almost like that, you know? You don't want to disrespect yourself in the sake of another person. And this is what I found before. I would disrespect myself in the sake to please another person who doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It just allows me to grow. And that's a terrible place to be in. And that's going to be a real message in this video. Don't let yourself get walked all over. Leave it if it's not going the way you want. Leave it. There's nothing wrong with that. You deserve every right to have a good girl. You deserve that right. It's not she deserves you or she deserves everything. You know what I mean? Come on. Have some respect for yourself and abort that mission. You know what I mean? Leave that. And then you'll be all right. And then you'll find another girl. Just keep improving yourself and you'll find someone else. That's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. That's the way it is, man. If you keep improving yourself, you'll find someone better. That's going to be your whole message in this video. If you want to get in incredible shape, especially for summer, we can still get you in good shape in the next few months. Send me an email. My email is reallouis23@gmail.com. It's in my bio and it's in my description. So send me an email and we can work together. Thank you. Real love recently.